Let's quickly go across to our special guest joining us. Wing Commander Praful Bakshi, former Chief Spokesperson, Indian Air Force, is live with us. Also with us is Major General Shashi Asthana, former Additional DG Infantry. Also with us is Major General P.K. Sehgal, Strategic Affairs Analyst. Also with us is Major Mohammad Ali Shah, Defence Expert. Major Shah, what do you believe now should be the next steps forward, considering that obviously there is outrage over these civilian deaths?
Okay, Uday, firstly, I totally concur with my three illustrious seniors who are sitting on the panel, and I think they have brought out some very, very valid and very genuine points. Now, Uday, I would like to tell you, when I was posted in the northeast, I come from Jammu Kashmir to the northeast part of India, in fact, Nagaland, Manipur, that time, both the regions had Armed Forces Special Power Act, which meant we could arrest anyone without any arrest warrant and search anyone without any search warrant. Now, the very fact is, my GOC over there were very strict about these things. He issued clear order that there should be something called as the Stockholm Syndrome. Now, what does the Stockholm Syndrome say? Stockholm Syndrome, this term was coined by Patty Hearst, a millionaire's daughter, and where she was kidnapped, but the next day she was out with the kidnappers for a robbery. Why? Because they won over her heart. Now, our GOC was very clear. In Manipur especially, when you catch an insurgent, the person would be expecting to be perhaps tortured or getting third degree from the army. But that is not the way you should be treating a civilian, because they are our own people. Now, the matter over here is regarding Jammu Kashmir. It's under investigation, as General Asthana said. It is too early to jump to any conclusion right now, because unless and until a proper thorough investigation from the army and from the civil agencies takes place, we cannot rule out exactly what had happened. Secondly, as General Sehgal rightly said, yes, the government acted very swiftly and very quickly. And you cannot compensate a life, the loss of a human life, but they straight away put forward a 10 lakh compensation for the civilians who were killed. And my heart goes out to the people who have been killed, the civilians and the soldiers. So my heartfelt condolence to the bereaved families of the soldiers as well as the civilians. In fact, so this matter, once a thorough inquiry is conducted, and if at all, anyone is found guilty in the inquiry, that person, irrespective whoever he is, wherever he is, whichever organization he belongs to, should be given the harshest punishment, so that a case, an example is made over here. But if after inquiry it is found that there's a clean sheet given and nobody is actually guilty, it happened for some other reason, as Wing Commander Praful Bakshi said, those people are quite capable also. The terrorists from Pakistan who actually kill their own people to malign the army's image. If that is the case, then I do not think that army should be held accountable for this. Now, I'll give the case of the example of our fellow panelists rightly mentioned about the para commandos doing a botched up operation in Manipur earlier that had come into light, and we had spoken about it. Well, when a court of inquiry takes place, and a person is proved guilty, there is no question about the person being spared. The harshest punishment should be given straight away. Now, that area of Gujars, yes, it is infested. The terrorist activity was planned in that general area. Okay, fine. But again, we have to understand one thing. When we do an operation against the external enemy, say Pakistan or China, those are different people. But here, they are Indian. They are of Indian passport holders, be it Manipur, be it Jammu Kashmir, be it anywhere. So, a terrorist or a militant, ultimately, at the end of the day, he is a Indian passport holder, but should be dealt with in the most strict manner, no doubt. And sympathizers of them, the overground workers, for example, they are, if we have to say there are no overground workers, we would be kidding. They are people who support them. They are people, they're sympathizers, they're empathizers. They also should be brought to the book. But again, once again, I reinstate the fact, and I would conclude by saying that a third degree, if at all, wherever it happens, say even for example, I've heard in films I've seen the police giving third degree, for example, I'm giving an example, third degree, wherever it is, should not be encouraged at all. There should be more encouragement towards the Stockholm Syndrome or the Stockholm Syndrome in reverse also is a phenomena, of course, I know. But when you take someone captive for questioning, and if you treat them with respect, you are likely to win over people. And I'm concluding by saying, by winning hearts and minds is the way forward there.
Absolutely. Let me go to Major Ali Shah for the last word. I'll leave the last word to you, Major Mohammad Ali Shah.
Right, Uday, as General Sehgal rightly said, a lot of videos are being floated around on social media. We cannot rule out the credibility of those videos. We don't know how true they are. It could be a propaganda. Let us not fall prey into the propaganda of the enemy of Pakistan's hands. Let's wait and watch what the inquiry results come out to be. And I'm certain of the fact that a strong, credible organization like the Indian Army will maintain its ethos. They will not hide anything. They will come out clean with what exactly has happened. They will report it as per facts. And we should continue having faith in our armed forces. I have my hunch says, not because I had served in the army, but because I have tremendous faith in our organization. I am certain they will find the best way forward, and they would know how to deal with this awkward situation over there.
All right, let's leave it at that. My thanks to all of our guests for joining us.